So I may have gotten a thing for my home office. I was influenced to get a walking pad for my desk because as much as I love my little like under the desk elliptical thing, I needed something a little bit more and I just wanted to try it. So this should be the Halloween patterned one, and why would I not want a Halloween patterned walking pad? Let's just be honest. So come along with me while we redecorate, reorganize my home office again. So the first thing that we need to do is move this coffee table, because there's the desk and I don't really know how long the walking pad is, but I think that's not enough room. So we need to make room, and I've decided I'm moving this coffee table and I have an idea of where I can put it. Let me show you. This is probably the only part that I'm doing tonight because I am watching Grey's Anatomy. I just started season 3 rewatch, so that's taking most of my brain power right now. But I also want to do a lot of deep cleaning this weekend, because if I get everything deep cleaned, then I can get out Christmas things. So anyway, I have this coffee table here, which I like because I can move it. Sometimes I like to work out up here or whatever, but I can move it and make lots of floor space. I was kind of thinking that that coffee table would fit in between these two chairs. I might have to move this one a little bit, maybe over, or I might switch this chair with my rocking chair. But I think it would give me more storage than that little table does. So my first order of business is to move that, move all that, vacuum, empty off that coffee table, move it over here, see if it fits. So let's get that done. The lighting is not great because it's like 6 o'clock, but that's okay. We're not doing like the fun stuff today, so if the lighting isn't the best, that's quite all right. Alright, next order of business, we need to clean off the coffee table. Okay, so I've made it to the home office. It is 9 o'clock. My book of the day is going to be Dark Lover by J.R. Ward. This is the first book in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. My Libby had a copy, and I hope it works because Libby is having trouble with their like shelves right now, so I'm hoping audiobooks work. And it is 13 hours long, so 2 times speed. It should be about 6-ish hours. That's the cover of the audiobook. I don't know a lot about this. I know it's a really long series. It came out in 2005. In the back it says, the only purebred vampire left on the planet and the leader of the Black Dagger Brotherhood, Wraith has a score to settle with the slayers who killed his parents centuries ago. But when his most trusted fighter is killed, orphaning a half-breed daughter, unaware of her heritage or her fate, Wraith must put down his dagger and usher the beautiful female into another world. Raked by restlessness in her body that wasn't there before, Beth Randall is helpless against the dangerously sexy man who comes to her at night with shadows in his eyes. His tales of the Brotherhood and blood frighten her, yet his touch ignites a dawning new hunger, one that threatens to consume them both. So for today, I got the coffee table moved, obviously, so I'm gonna roll up the rug and I'm going to vacuum everything really good, and then I'm going to clean up my desk a little bit. I want to switch the little table, and then we'll open and try out the treadmill or walking pad or whatever you call it. So that's the plan for today. And then whenever I get that done, I also have a butt ton of homework to do. So it's gonna be a busy Sunday. So let's just get started. I just feel like ambiance is necessary. Let's see. updates. We'll start with that. I did get the treadmill plugged in, unboxed, tried it out the slightest bit. I do want to try it out a little bit more later, but it fits right here. I extended my monitors a little bit to see if that would be okay. The only thing is I'm gonna have to figure out a way to like balance or like put my keyboard and my mouse a little bit higher. I think I might have a solution actually, because I bought computer risers that were way too tall when I first started working from home, and I've kept them, so that might actually be a good solution. I know the Deer Run people sell a little table desk thing that's designed to like roll around the treadmill, and I could probably like put it here when I'm not using it, but I don't want to buy another thing just yet until I figure out, you know, if I like it, if it's working out, all that good stuff. And I made room in my closet so that when I'm not using it, I can just roll it in there. And I made room for my underdesk elliptical in there as well, so if I want to switch and use that, I can, which is nice. I also have started decorating for Christmas, like low-key. I got out some pillows. I did this little space, which I think is so cute. And I put up a little bit of linens and like garland over there. And I put the pillows on my couch in the living room because that's an easy bin of stuff to like do and then put away, which is great because all of my Christmas bins are kind of out right now, so the easy ones are good. I'm not going to do a Christmas tree this weekend, may or may not do it next weekend, so I want to do a whole video with that. I think it would be fun, and I also have to figure out where I want to put it. Part of me wants to put it in here because I think that would be fun and it would be a fun little background, but I don't know yet. And as far as reading goes, I'm at 31% of Dark Lover, which is pretty good considering it's only 12:30. I am liking it. It's very, I know it's an urban fantasy, so that's, you know, that's a little bit new for me. It's kind of police procedurally type feel, I guess. So the vampire guy is going to help this woman transition into a vampire, and in this world, when you transition into a vampire, it's very sexually charged, and this book is very sexually charged. It's an easy book to just kind of listen to, although I will say I am glad that audiobooks have evolved since the early 2000s, because no hate, no shade to the audiobook narrator, he's doing a fantastic job, but I think audiobooks now are much more like performed, whereas audiobooks then were just reading the books. Like there's a lot more characterization and a lot more personality in audiobooks now, whereas audiobooks, like I said, back then were just reading the books. And so I like that we have evolved them into almost a form of entertainment versus just a way to make the story accessible for people, if that makes sense. So I think I'm going to finish cleaning up my graphic novel bookshelf and clean off the top of that and put some garland and whatnot down there, and then I might take a break for lunch. I drank a protein shake, but I'm kind of hungry, so I might see what I've got to eat for that. So yeah, I'm making good progress. I don't know if the falling backwards, is it supposed to be bad? Like the bad time? Because I feel like I'm more productive. I don't know.